All right, let's talk about a piece of financial advice you've probably heard a million times. It sounds super smart, right? But what if I told you it's a myth and it might actually be costing you money?
Just listen to this quote. How many millionaires do you know who have become wealthy by investing in savings accounts? I rest my case. Wow. I mean, that really hits you, doesn't it? It's a pretty bold statement, and it's designed to make you stop and think about everything you've been told about building wealth.
So, what's really going on with this quote? What's it trying to tell us? See, it's not actually just about becoming a millionaire. It's about a totally different way of thinking about your money if your goal is to actually make it grow. Okay, so let's jump right in. We're going to tackle this millionaire question head on and see what kind of traditional wisdom it's flipping on its head. From the time we're kids, we're told the same story, right? Get a good job, work hard, and most importantly, save your money, put it somewhere safe. And that sounds like really solid advice. But is safe really the same thing as smart when it comes to building wealth? And that question, well, that brings us right to the heart of it all, the savings account myth. We're going to dig into why safe isn't always the same as smart, especially when we're talking about the long game. So first things first, what even is a savings account? I mean, we all kind of know, but let's just define it. It's a super secure place at the bank to stash your cash. And as a little thank you, the bank gives you a tiny bit of interest. On the surface, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But, and there's always a but. There's a catch. There's this hidden enemy, this invisible force that's silently eating away at the value of your savings. And that enemy has a name: inflation. So, check this out. Let's say your savings account gives you, about 0.5% interest. That's pretty typical. That little number is how fast your money is supposedly growing. Okay, now hold that number in your head, because on the other side, we have inflation. That's the speed at which the price of everything, gas, groceries, all of it, goes up. And on average, that's around 2.5%. Are you seeing the problem here? Your money is growing at a snail's pace, while the cost of living is on a rocket ship. So here's the bottom line, the hard truth. When the inflation rate is higher than your interest rate, your money is literally losing its power. Every single dollar you save today will buy you less stuff tomorrow. You're safely going backwards. Okay, so if stashing cash in a savings account is a losing game, what's the alternative? Well, that original quote we started with, it points us down a completely different path. It points us towards investing. And investing is all about turning your money into things that generate more money. See the difference? You're not just parking your cash somewhere. You're actively putting it to work. You're making your money get a job so it can grow and generate an income all on its own. Now, to really get this, there are two words we absolutely have to understand: assets and cash flow. Think of these as the two main ingredients for building wealth. Okay, so an asset. What is it? Super simple. An asset is something you own that has the potential to make you money. It could be stocks, which is like owning a tiny piece of a company. It could be a rental property. The point is, it's something that generates income for you. And the whole process works like this. Step 1, you buy an asset. Step 2, that asset starts making money. And step 3, that money it's making becomes your cash flow. It's a beautiful cycle, really. You get some cash flow, you can use that to buy more assets, which create more cash flow. And that cash flow, that's the magic word. That's the goal. It's the stream of income you get from the things you own. And here's the best part. You don't have to trade your time for it. This is the engine that actually builds wealth. All right, let's put it all together now. We're going to look at two totally different financial journeys, side by side. We've got the saver on one side and the investor on the other. First up, let's talk about their main goal. The saver is playing defense. Their whole game is about protecting their money, not losing it. But the investor, they're playing offense. Their goal is to grow that money and create new streams of income. And of course, they use different tools to get there. The saver's number one tool is the savings account. It's safe, it's secure. The investor's primary tool, assets. The very things designed to grow and make money. And I mean, look at this. This chart tells the whole story, doesn't it? When you look at the potential for long-term growth, it's not even a fair fight. Saving gives you this tiny, flat line of growth that, like we said, probably won't even keep up with inflation. But investing unleashes the power of compounding. And the potential for real, significant growth is just on another level. So if we boil this whole thing down to one sentence, it's this. Saving protects your money. Investing grows your money. Now, don't get me wrong, protection is important, but only one of these two is the actual engine for building real long-term wealth.
And that brings everything right back to you. After seeing this contrast, the difference between just storing your money and actually putting it to work, you got to ask yourself a question. Which journey are you on right now? And maybe the more important question is that the journey you want to be on?